Hi, everybody. I'm Brittany Lewis, a breaking news reporter here at Forbes. Joining me now is Clayton Allen, U.S. Director with Eurasia Group. Clayton, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me on.
As we sit here right now, we are 2 weeks to the day from Election Day. And historically, as many of us know, unless the United States is directly involved in fighting a war, voters don't care as much about foreign policy. That is a back burner issue. But right now, there are multiple ongoing wars in various parts of the world. So through that lens, how much does foreign policy matter in this upcoming election?
Well, you're absolutely right. Unless U.S. troops are actively fighting in a war, foreign policy is usually not in the top issues that voters really care about. And the thing is, there are two wars ongoing. U.S. troops aren't really fighting in either of them. Yes, there are U.S. troops in Israel, but both of these are regional conflicts that the U.S., in terms of deployments, is not directly sending troops to be involved in. So this really doesn't have as much of an impact as you might expect, given the extreme salience and the extreme importance that both of these conflicts have on the global stage.
The United States has sent millions in aid to both Ukraine as well as Israel in those ongoing conflicts. And as we know, Russia invaded Ukraine in February of 2022. The ongoing conflict in the Middle East has been happening now for a little bit over a year. So in this election, when voters are going to the ballot box, what issue to them matters more, do you think?
It's the economy. That's the core issue that's defining this race. It's defining how voters view both candidates. Yes, there are any number of global crises going on. The war in Ukraine, the crisis in Gaza, an expanded conflict between Israel and Hezbollah, ongoing questions about Houthi attacks on commercial shipping. All of those pale in comparison to the economy. More specifically, how voters view their own future. Do they think that inflation will continue? Do they think they're better off than they were 4 years ago? And do they think the U.S. and by extension their families are on a positive trajectory? Will they be better off next year than they are today if they elect one candidate or the other?